Yep, you good. You
Yeah.
good. You get the record button now, so you should be good to go.
It's recording.
Yes, sir.
We live.
We live, episode 1. Welcome
good
to
one.
the Gatos podcast, starring Vernac, aka Ryan Taylor, also Romance, aka Rome, another one, the great DJ Raphiki, straight out of Vegas, and the host with the most, real Caly. We getting it in. The Gatos, episode 1. So essentially, the Gatos come from, we are childhood friends, raised in SoCal, kind of Ryan Taylor, Vernac, raised all over the world, the Renaissance man. And we started this podcast about barbershop talk, aka just us talking in the shop. And we think you guys would love it. So we'll see how it goes. And how y'all doing today? How y'all doing tonight? Can we get a little toast though? Each episode we're gonna start with a toast.
You mean like drink toast or like bread toast?
I'm sipping on that red. What y'all sipping on?
You doing communion?
Butter spread.
Got those. Toasting on one. Yep.
Is that man a muso room?
Nah, one a day.
So how y'all doing, man? What y'all been up to? How you doing during the quarantine? Vernac, Ryan Taylor?
I'm good, man. We getting through it. Starting to lose my brain a little bit. Think I lost my hair, man. But beside that, I'm good, man.
Wait. You said you lost your hair?
You said you lost your hair? How your hair look right now?
You see?
Just show
man,
show the world. Show the world your hair look.
I ain't showing y'all my R.Y.A.N right now, man.
Oh, you doing a George Jefferson challenge?
That's why I got the fucking hat on.
What's up with you, Romance Rome? How you doing? Well, how you been dealing with the quarantine this week?
Chilling. Finally got a break from being a teacher, really, because now the schools are actually doing their thing, and they have the whole live streaming of schooling and all that. So I'm getting a break. I went for a run. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Went for a run, cool and chilling.
Yeah.
DJ Raphiki, how you been holding it, brother?
Man.
You got a new human being.
Yes,
congratulations on the daughter.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Just staying busy. The little one definitely keeps me busy, but just trying to keep my sanity. Watching a lot of Netflix.
And tell the human beings how it's been looking in Vegas, where you at, the Vegas Strip, ghost town right now.
It is definitely a ghost town out there. I haven't personally been out to the Strip yet, but from the videos and pictures I've seen, it's definitely a ghost town. And
you're active and working DJ in Vegas, so I know this is crazy right now, man. Nothing is open.
This is ridiculous.
Man, I want to get your opinion on the 5G connection with the coronavirus and the tumors. This is Vernac, Ryan Taylor's alley. This is the conspiracy theory section. Go, sir.
Let me get my laugh out first before
yes,
I
please
start.
Get your laugh out.
All righty, man. Well, let me start it off with 5G. A little information that I learned just doing a little bit of research and investigating, based on 5G. We all know it originates from radio frequencies, things of that regard. And for the most part, man, there's been accounts of 5G causing different kind of health defects to people, as well as respiratory effects to people, as well as effects in the brain. So there's been documented workers, and for some reason, a lot of these companies that are involved with 5G are trying to cover up some of these health problems that have occurred with some of their workers. Mostly they're technicians. So a lot of technicians that have been working on cell towers, a lot of the 5G cell towers that have been developed, have started developing issues as far as brain tumors and eventually down the line, carcinogens from the radio frequencies and being exposed to it. And even recently, and it's hard to credit as far as credibility for WorldStar, but there has also been another technician that came forth that worked around the cell tower that said he had respiratory issues around the lungs. So that's one of the things that I was able to research with 5G. So brain tumors, respiratory issues, as far as breathing. And there's also, as you guys know, the controversy in the correlation between 5G and the coronavirus. So
Fuck that shit. I don't know. Oh, let me cut you off. By the way, folks, this is my fucking cousin. R.Y.A.N Taylor Vernac is my fucking. We are blood cousins, first cousins. I seen the World Star video. I did see the World Star video of they made this little montage of a tree with the 5G tower right next to one side of the tree, and the other side of the tree is fully grown, fully healthy, and then one side of the tree is all dead. I just know I understand that 5G is gonna give us all cancer. We're all gonna fucking die. I get that. But what I don't understand how you correlating it to the coronavirus, cuzzo. Do tell.
Oh no. That's the part where I kind of have disagreements with. I don't correlate it with that. What I believe is that it causes issues as far as your brain, like brain tumors and things like that. You know, I believe in that. But coronavirus, I don't. That's something that I really don't know about. But as far as brain tumors, I can see that as a possibility with frequencies, because frequencies are very dangerous, man. Especially being exposed to a certain amount of it at a certain amount of time. Because there's a lot of different chemicals as far as frequency and radio waves. You're pretty much talking about radiation. Yeah, so when 100%. You get, so to an extent, man, when you get radio waves in that close, and we haven't dealt with 5G for long enough, so we don't really know the capabilities of it and what it can cause as far as self defects. So as far as brain tumors, I agree, but coronavirus, that shit was made in the lab. Straight up.
What's your opinion on that, Rome?
Well, I actually had a question because I remember reading up and they were saying that pretty much 5G was developed by the military or something like that, and they use it as like a heat ray gun or something like that.
Okay.
To kill off people or to like cause harm, cause confusion, and make people throw up and cause cancer and eventually end up dying. I don't know too much about that, but I remember reading up on that. So I'm thinking there may be some type of possibility that this thing is making people sick. Just like even with your cell phone, a lot of people don't know if you're using your cell phone, if you read the owner's manual, it actually tells you to keep your cell phone 6 inches away from your head when you're using it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So I think maybe something, I don't know if these people all have 5G cell phones that are dying or what, but I don't know.
The only thing that I have to refute the whole 5G thing, because didn't Johnny Cochran die from a brain tumor from using his cell phone?
Did Johnny Cochran die from what?
From having a brain tumor on the right side of his head from using the cell phone all the time. They said.
I thought Johnny Cochran died because he got OJ off. I don't know how he died.
Well, that was probably part of it too.
I don't know how Johnny Cochran died, man. I have no fucking clue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Debo. He like to make his appearance. Debo, back up, bro.
I'm about to research that, Ralph.
You know what I mean? That's crazy.
I'm about to look up Johnny Cochran, man.
Yeah, research that. Research that. Yeah, I have no clue about that one. I have no clue.
But that would be crazy if he did die from brain tumors from a cell phone. That'd be crazy, bro. And not for the Goldman family.
Illness and death was diagnosed. Yeah, so it says in December 2003, Cochran was diagnosed with a brain tumor. In April 2004, he underwent surgery, which led him to stay away from the media. Shortly after, he was feeling well and in good health, and he died from the brain tumor in March of 2005.
Oh, damn.
That is right there. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Quick little story, guys. Little story. I went to John Bros Middle School in Los Angeles. We had this kid, yo. He told us, we were in 7th grade. He said, yo, I know Johnny Cochran. I said, we said, oh, how? This is summer school. He's like, he's my grandpa. We said, that's amazing. Yo, so Johnny Cochran office is right there on Wilshire Boulevard.
Yeah.
Wilshire and La Brea. We went up to the office, you know what I mean? He goes, yo, let us in. I'm Johnny Cochran's, grandson. And the lady receptionist looks at him like, yo, you a piece of shit. You fucking lying. We're looking at him like, bro, we thought you were Johnny Cochran's. He was like, oh, you know what, man, I don't know what happened.
Oh, you tripping today.
Man.
Don't believe people when they say they're Johnny Cochran's grandson. Another question.
Hey, yo, Rio.
Yeah, what's up?
Before you start, though, It's ironic that you have a poetic justice shirt on.
Hey, this is a
Johnny Cochran.
This is $9.95 at Burlington Coat Factory. Get what? Don't be sleeping on Chicago though.
No, I'm saying because of justice. Because your shirt has justice on.
Chicago, you got a little Chris Brown tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, switching gears. Greatest quarterback of all time. About to get heated, hot and heavy right now.
It's not even a debate.
Go ahead.
It's not even a debate.
It's a fucking debate. Go
it's
ahead.
Not a debate.
We're doing top 3, top 5.
Give me
We're
top
just doing
three,
the
man.
top 1.
Give me top 3.
Tom Brady.
There you go.
The GOAT.
What you got? What you got?
That's done.
Vernac.
Okay.
Name your top 3.
Top 3?
Yes.
Shit, it's tough, man. I'm gonna say John Elway, Tom Brady, Joe Montana.
Tom Brady, Joe Montana.
Yes, sir.
Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Who else?
John Elway.
So John Elway is your GOAT?
My 3.
Oh, so okay, all right.
Brady's my 2. Montana's my 1.
Why?
Because Montana was 4-0 in the Super Bowl, never threw an interception.
Montana's your 1?
My number 1. Brady's my 2.
Okay.
And then Elway's my 3.
Elway. Okay, Elway got 3. Brady got 6. And then Montana got 4.
Yes.
Okay. Let me debunk you right here. You ready?
Go ahead.
So, this guy named Tom Brady.
Okay.
If I'm correct, he is from the Bay. 6th-round pick. 6 chips. 6 chips, that remind you. Mm-hmm. He won those 6 chips with no Hall of Fame receivers and no Hall of Fame running backs. The greatest all time. The greatest all time.
I debate that because Rob Gronkowski's a Hall of Famer.
I said receivers. I said receivers.
Wes Welker's a Hall of Famer. Wes Welker.
Hold on.
He's got almost 1,000 receptions.
Wes Welker's a Hall of Famer? That means Emmanuel Sanders is a Hall of Famer too.
Oh, no. Because look at Wes Welker's stats. He got almost 1,000 receptions.
Hold on. You telling me Wes Welker? Hold on. See, I don't go by these stats. I go by this is what happened with Terrell Owens. And first of all, Terrell Owens is a Hall of Famer, first ballot to me.
Easy.
Oh, easy.
They change the goalposts, right? They always change the goalposts. And when I say this, off the field issues and stuff like that, and I'm gonna correlate this back to Wes Welker. You can't tell Hall of Fame story, the NFL story, without Terrell Owens. T.O., correct?
Correct.
You cannot explain the NFL story without Lawrence Taylor, correct? Barry Sanders, correct?
Oh, definitely.
Can we talk about the NFL and not talk about Wes Welker?
I believe so.
You can, but that doesn't mean he's not a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
you can do the same with Joe. Hey, you can do the same about Joe Namath too. Joe Namath he's in the Hall of Fame.
Joe Namath got some amazing games. Come on. When did you look at
Ralphie? Look up Joe Namath's numbers.
When did you ever look at?
They awful.
When did you ever look at what? Come on, that was back in the freaking 70s.
Yeah, it was.
Look.
It's a different game.
He threw 50 more interceptions than touchdowns. That's crazy.
Game. It's a different game. I understand what you're saying. But whenever you look at Wes Welker and be like, damn, man, that dude right there, I can't wait to watch him.
I give you that. But when he played with Brady, though, you got to remember he was all pro every year, man.
Everybody that played with Brady is amazing.
Yeah.
Brady made Deion Lewis look amazing.
He made Randy Moss look even better than he already was.
And Randy had 22 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? So
Randy Moss is phenomenal, though. You can't.
He made him look untouchable at that 100%. Point.
So Randy Moss untouchable as a rookie. He
was amazing. He made him literally untouchable in that 1 year.
Okay. So New England won one more game than Randy Moss won in his rookie season. They won 15-1 in Minnesota. They won 16-0 in New England.
This is what I want y'all in the comment section. I want y'all to tell us what y'all think is y'all top 3 quarterbacks of all time. That's what I want to know. And if you ain't got Tom Brady as number 1, then you're freaking crazy.
But you guys didn't let me. You didn't let me explain Montana though. But I let Rome go. Rome got something to say.
So I ain't
What you
got
got to
nothing
say, Rome? All y'all that don't know.
Hold up.
Y'all go. Okay, go ahead, Rome.
He's doing his research.
Let me see. Hold on.
He's on Google.
Hold on. Let me see. A good quarterback.
Before you talk, Rome. Before you talk.
Hold up.
I want y'all viewers to know, and y'all gonna soon realize, Rome is one of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my life. When it comes to tech, handiwork, anything music related, he's an amazing producer. But when it comes to sports, he's not the guy. So when you guys will realize when we're talking about sports, talking about sports, he's gonna be like, I don't know what's going on here. You feel me?
Hold up, Rome is an amazing basketball player. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's not an amazing basketball player. He was the weakest link. I'm gonna tell you guys another fucking story.
Hold on.
The story.
Hold on.
Don't do it.
Y'all ready for the story?
Raphael, can I play?
You
can
play? Get rebounds.
No.
That's not a knock. That's a huge thing.
Can I play?
I mean, you can.
We used to play. We played all the time.
You talking about back in the palace days?
Hey, Rome. You say play like PlayStation don't count, my dog. Like, I mean, like really?
No, you see the thing is when it comes to sports and stuff like that, half the time I don't even care. So it's like I play like whatever. But if I'm actually playing for something, I'm going to play.
I got a story. Call me the storyteller now.
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Okay.
As far as the greatest of all time,
I don't know.
He got one of the greatest talents. Go ahead, Ron.
He talented.
That's what Google said.
Wagwan.
Hold on. Hey, Bayesian Prince. What else did you have on that thing?
Drew Brees, Peyton Manning.
Drew Brees could be up there.
Who the hell is Phillip Rivers?
Oh no.
Who
the hell is that?
Not Phillip Rivers. Hell no.
NC State.
I never heard that name before.
Phillip Rivers. He played for the Colts now. He played for the Chargers for like 1,000 years.
Oh, for real?
He can never get past.
That's why he was on the Chargers.
Yeah, he's on Chargers. Okay. He's on Chargers.
Makes sense.
Raphiki, who you got?
Shit. Well, obviously my number one is gonna be Tom Brady. That's like not even a debate. I would say number two, just based off of the sheer amount of like records that he has and his impact. That I would say Peyton Manning. And then really, Gato?
Over
the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
Over Joe Montana?
That's my number three. Relax.
Okay. I'm just saying, Gato.
Relax. Joe Montana ain't never threw no 50 touchdowns in a year.
Yeah, true story.
Who did it in his era though, Gato? Who did it in his era? Except Marino was the only guy who threw 48.
Who did it in Peyton Manning's era until he did it?
Hey,
Tom Brady. Tom Brady did it.
Hey, Gato, I got something for you. I got it.
Yeah.
I got something for you, Gato.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes did it too.
But that's they throw him 1,000 times a game. Gato, who was the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning?
Yep.
Now, who was one of the greatest offensive coordinators for the 49ers and pretty much erected the West Coast offense?
Well, let me bring this up for you. I know you think you're alluding to Bill Walsh, but let me bring this.
Walsh. There you go.
Let me bring this up to you though. Montana won 2 Super Bowls without any Hall of Fame receiver as well. People always think he won his Super Bowls with Jerry Rice. He won 2 without Rice.
He had a couple Hall of Famers on that defense though, by the way.
Yes, he had one. He had Ronnie Lott.
Okay.
And Charles Haley, who got inducted later on.
Yeah.
But he won 2 without Jerry Rice, and he won with another coach, George Seifert. He didn't win with all his Super Bowls with Walsh. That's phenomenal. And he dominated.
How many Hall of Famers did Peyton Manning have on the defense? I thank you, sir.
0.
They were
0.
terrible.
That was all offense.
Hold on. Never mind. He did have Hall of Famers.
Oh, he did have one. I know you about to say.
In Denver, he had Von Miller.
I'm talking about the Colts. I'm talking about the Colts.
But they won one time, though.
But
you know what, though? But Montana had one in San Francisco, his first Super Bowl, though. That's Ronnie Lott. That's the only Hall of Fame they had on defense.
Okay, I dig that. Well, we got that down pat. The greatest quarterbacks. Let's talk about the GOAT, greatest of all time in the NBA.
Oh shit.
First off,
here comes the
let's
bullshit.
let's start off with you, Rome.
Here comes the bullshit.
Romance. Let's start with you.
I like LeBron James.
This conversation's
but I
like show, man.
I think throughout the years, I don't know. I really like Damian Lillard.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm just saying. I think he's good. I think he could be the greatest of all time. You know, some years down the line.
I love it. You might as well say Dave Dash. Got those?
What's so funny?
Okay,
no, Dave's
so
the truth, though. No, Dave's the truth.
And then, no, he dope. He cool.
He's the truth. He's the
He's
truth.
He's a great rapper.
He's the Westbrook killer. I'll tell you that. He's a Westbrook killer.
He's solid. Who you got, Rafi? Raphiki? DJ Raphiki?
Oh, shit. All right, this is easy.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, of course. No, if there's any debate on that, I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Oh, there's a debate. There's a debate, sir.
100%.
It's all about perspective. But for number one, I'm going to say is going to be Jordan. 2 is Kareem. 3 is LeBron.
Oh, wait, hold on. We talking retired or?
No, of all time.
All time.
Oh,
all time.
Okay.
Yeah, who you got, Vernac?
Fuck, man, that's tough. Damn. Number 3, I'm gonna go.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
He's top 10 for sure. But I'm gonna say 3, Magic. 2, damn, this is tough. Fuck, I'm gonna say 1A, 1B, Jordan, Kareem.
So LeBron's not in your top 3?
It's a fucking sin what you guys are talking about right now. LeBron is the greatest player to have exist, by the creation of God.
I don't know, Gato, because you can say that about Wilt Chamberlain, but he had the same record as LeBron in the finals, baby. I love
Chamberlain
LeBron.
didn't have 3 chips.
He got 2 or 3, right?
He got 2.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. But he also played in the same era against the greatest winner of all time, though.
Yeah, Bill Russell.
He played against 4-foot white guys.
Yeah, and that 6'9" beast though too.
Come on,
average like 100 rebounds a game.
Give a little bit more credit to that guy though. 4'5".
This is what the greatest of all time is.
Okay.
The great leader doesn't punch people in practice.
Whoa, why does that matter?
Because Jordan did.
What is it? Because Jordan did?
Where's the proof?
This story. Steve Kerr
will tell you.
Yeah, 100%. He punched guys in practice. He even had guys being held down to get punched. It's okay.
Winner's a win, baby.
Winner's gonna win, right? Jordan is the greatest offensive player. But you gotta understand. When I talk about
you're already going sideways on that one.
Yeah. This is the greatest.
What you mean?
Go ahead. Let's hear it though. Let's hear it.
This is the greatest to me.
You okay, Ryan?
A great leader. Great at defense, offense. But when I encompass the offense and all these other avenues of the game, I'm talking about rebounding, assists, and scoring. Jordan didn't have to worry about rebounding.
And he still averaged 6 a game for his career.
Who was the better rebounder, Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, I don't know.
You got to think. Actually, if you really think about it, LeBron obviously is because he plays.
Okay, hold on. Let's go with this. You ready? We're just gonna go apples to apples.
All right.
Who's the better rebounder, Jordan, LeBron?
For their position or in general?
Come on, man.
Because 6 rebounds a game for a shooting guard is ridiculous.
In general.
Yeah.
In general.
If Jordan was barely around the basket. You had Luke Longley down there. You had Bill Cartwright.
No. In general.
Well, yeah. LeBron obviously averaged 7 rebounds a game for his career.
Who's a better passer, Jordan or LeBron?
I'll give you that. LeBron is definitely a better passer.
Give it to LeBron.
All right. Who had the better coach, Jordan or LeBron?
Oh, come on, really?
That's
still subject
of course, it's
to
Phil Jackson. But guess what, though? Jordan averaged more points a game before Phil Jackson got there with Doug Collins than he did with Phil Jackson. He had better numbers.
His stats went drastically down with Phil.
I'm not sure he had better field goal percentage, though. Jordan would shoot the ball.
He was shooting like 50. I'm going to pull it up right now.
Jordan never shot he didn't shoot a lot of jump shots.
He was at his field goal percentage each year was in the 50s, and then he didn't get down to like being in the upper 40s until his last like 4 years.
So I'm going LeBron.
No, that's pre Wizards.
Yeah, so I'm going. Yeah, so I'm going LeBron number 1. I'm going LeBron number 2. LeBron number 3. Dylan. Switch the subject, guys.
No, we're not done with this subject yet.
I got a quick question. Who was the only person that ever in the NBA history to win the scoring title and the defensive player of the year in the same year?
Carmelo?
No,
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Didn't Elijah do it too?
No, it was Jordan.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I know Jordan did it, and he also was on 9 all-defensive teams too for his career.
It could be Hakeem though. The nigga had 10 blocks in one game.
Who had 10 blocks in one game?
Elijah won.
Who? Hakeem Olajuwon?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
People sleep on it, man, but Jordan was probably one of the best, probably top 5 defenders. And
I don't think no one's sleeping on Jordan. Jordan's amazing. He's the second best of all time.
No, with this blasphemous stuff y'all talking about with LeBron being a GOAT, like Jordan every year of his career, except for those 2
Let's
keep talking about it then. Let's keep talking about it.
Y'all gave me a topic, man, for next week.
Do we always judge players on how they deal with adversity as well?
No, we judge them on how they win.
So what adversity did Jordan go through in his finals?
They were down 2-0 to the Jazz. They were down 2-0 to the Jazz.
Everyone's down 2-0. Then they're down 2-2.
Where did you get this information from?
No, I'm just saying. It goes 2-0, and then they win 2. It always happens like that.
What?
They don't lose 2 away games.
That's hard. They lost, and they won all the rest of the games, though.
Come on, John Stockton and Karl Malone.
2 Hall of Famers. 2 Hall of Famers.
The greatest in their positions of all time.
I got a quick question. Which team is better? Klay Thompson.
Top to bottom?
Klay Thompson. You already know where I'm going. Steph Curry. So should I keep going? Draymond Green.
Yeah, one series that they
found out he's ass.
They won 73 games.
We found out that Draymond Green is ass. We found that out.
Yes.
So hold on. Draymond Green ass because what? This year?
He averaged a single triple. Like, yeah.
So, but he not the same Draymond Green that was 4 years ago though.
That's because he got Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
He's 4 years older.
Yeah, and he had 4 less points. But you know what? We'll see next year though. We'll see next year when they come back.
Everybody's position guys and situation guys and like that. But can we agree that the team that LeBron came back on 3-1 is better than the fucking Jazz team of 90-8? Y'all some pieces of shit. You telling me that Karl Malone and John Stockton fucking shorty fucking Luke Pan is better than fucking Klay Thompson, Steph Curry?
Hey, don't forget about Jeff Hornacek, motherfucker. That motherfucker was good.
and Byron Russell.
Oh,
Greg Ostertag. Don't forget about Greg Ostertag.
Don't forget about Greg Ostertag. Oh, golly. What about Jerry Sloan, too?
Hey, Hall of Fame coach. Hall of Fame coach right there.
Hall of Fame coach. There you go. Hall of Fame coach. Switching gears, guys. Let's go about the coronavirus, man. How do you guys feel about first of all, this whole pandemic thing, man? What's up, D-Ball? How you holding up better? This whole pandemic thing, how is it affecting your lives right now? Start with Rome.
It hasn't.
It hasn't affected your lives?
No, not really. Other than being home with the kids all day, that's it.
What about you, Raphiki?
Shit. I do nothing all day. All I do is watch TV and watch my daughter. So, yeah, it's not the norm for me. I'm used to being out at least 4 nights a week, out spinning records and stuff. So, yeah, this is definitely a big change.
And what about you, Gato? Ryan Taylor.
I have to be very careful what I say right now because we are recording.
He's wiretapped.
But it's been the same for me too, man. I've been working home remote, but the thing that's been kind of a struggle for me, man, is I got Monaco here with me as well. So they got Google Classmate for the kids right now, so I'm having to kind of juggle my job as far as and her schoolwork as well.
Yeah.
So, between that, I mean, it's good that I'm spending more time with my daughter, which is better, man. But I also got more time to write music as well. So in between my calls, man, and when I'm on my breaks, I'm just writing music and I'm free, man. So, and Rome will tell you, man, he sent me stuff. I send stuff back to him and shit like that. So, it's been okay, man. It ain't been. I got nothing to really complain about.
I sent you guys a video earlier, 4 p.m. on the 405 freeway. And for you guys that don't know what the 405 freeway is, that's listening, the 405 freeway in Los Angeles is essentially, I want to say, one of the most, it's almost like the New Jersey Turnpike. It's one of the most crowded freeways in America. I mean, they even opened it up a few years ago to a 6-lane at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still congested, gridlock. But now I sent these guys a video at 4 p.m. today of how the freeway looks. And it's essentially like an 11 p.m. Sunday. It's something that we've never seen before.
Crazy.
And we all just trying to get through together. And how do you guys feeling like the coronavirus, COVID-19 is affecting not just Black community, but the brown community, the minority community? Starting with you, Raphiki.
Shit. Well, first off, I'm going to say if you Google busiest freeway in the U.S., the 405 freeway is what pops up. Just to throw that out there. But what I would probably say, the thing that has probably affected, let me word it this way. I feel like the whole COVID-19 coronavirus thing has probably affected the Black community more than others. Because I was watching this thing on CNN, and I see your face, Rome. I'm about to explain it. So what they've been saying is that if you think about it, people of color, for one, we are notorious for having health issues, like diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, stuff like that. If you look at the people who are most susceptible to catching it, it's people who have diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. And if you kind of look at it from like a standpoint of like most typical, lower class, like Black and colored people, healthcare coverage is probably at the least of, their, priorities. So getting treated for that stuff is probably almost like non-existent, for one. And then when they do get sick, they're literally it's almost like a certainty that they'll probably end up going to die from it because of the fact that untreated, high blood pressure, diabetes and stuff like that, and then you get something like this, you have like no fighting chance to even be able to succeed with surviving.
That's it. Yeah.
I think those stats are a load of shit.
Okay, do tell.
And the reason why I think so is because, you're going to go to the cities that are populated by nothing but majority, by minorities. And then you're going to run your stats and say, oh, these people are getting infected more than everybody else.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're going to a city that's populated by a certain type of people, you're talking about, did you do the stats on the whole state? No, you didn't. You only did it for one particular part of the city.
That's 100% true.
And then you want to say, oh, it's affecting these people the most. But then if you look at the stats, it's like 1% more. So I'm like, it don't make any damn sense. And my thing is, it's like they're always looking for somebody, especially the media, they're always looking for somebody to pin something on.
Do you believe the coronavirus is as how do I say wrong? Do you believe everything, the sensationalism that the media is advertising? Do you believe it all wrong?
No.
So you believe so you don't believe it as serious as it is?
I don't think it's as serious as it is. No.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I could be wrong, but at the same time, it just doesn't make any sense. Especially like you were saying, the stats show that it's affecting like African Americans, Hispanic community, and all that stuff. Why is it you saying all that stuff, but then it's like next to nowhere in Africa? And then you guys are also talking about you want to go start testing vaccines on people in Africa for what?
Yeah,
your country is fucked up. Y'all have more cases than anybody else. You have more than Africa.
Who? America?
Like they were talking about this whole thing in France, and then they want to apologize, saying that they want to retract everything that they said about testing people in Africa. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, if you have people that are already affected there, once you test it on them, why are you going to go to Africa and test those people?
Right. What's your thoughts, Ryan Taylor?
See, me, man, I think it's a culmination of everything when you really think about it. But one stat that I will agree with, as far as Ralphie, one thing I agree with is with Rome. With Ralphie, underlying health defects are going to cause a problem, and you're going to be susceptible to catching the virus more than someone that doesn't have those underlying health defects. And to Rome's point, I agree with him to the extent about Africa, why there's a low amount of cases there in Africa. And I would say there's one way that you can really see if it is affecting the black community per se, like they say. One way would be is to test black people in rural areas. Of course, you're going to have a high number of black people that catch coronavirus in a heavily populated area, but also the numbers are skewed as we started anyway. You think about it, because even Chinese citizens are coming out saying that the numbers that they stated for Chinese citizens are 10 times what they have right now. So they're only documenting, I'll say, 10,000 deaths in China from the virus.
Yeah.
When the citizens are saying it's really between 50 and 100,000 deaths in China. And one of the things that interests me as far as the numbers and statistics, in our research, was the state of Arizona has about 7 million people. Shanghai and Beijing, I think Shanghai has about 24 million people. Beijing about 21 million people. You add both metropolitan areas, you have about 50 million people. I believe before April even begun, you had about 500 cases in Arizona, but you had 500 cases between Beijing and Shanghai. Are you fucking kidding me? 50 million people compared to 7 million. Yeah. So something's going on as far as the numbers here. And of course, if you're in a population that's more urbanized, where there's a denser area where there's a lot of urbanization, a lot of people close to each other, of course you're going to have higher rates. I think the main way to test this is to go to rural areas where black people are. Tell me about the South. I mean, the South, areas like the South, the Midwest. How is the coronavirus affecting black people in those areas outside the cities? And then we'll get a more accurate assessment.
Yeah. Another thing I was going to say, with this whole, the 6 feet apart, and how it's now mandatory to wear a mask if you go outside.
Right. That's only in Caly, though.
Is it?
Yeah. It ain't like that out here.
Well, aren't you kind of killing yourself by breathing in all that carbon monoxide?
Come again?
You talking about vehicles?
Yeah,
no, it's something with the mask.
Because you wearing a mask and you just breathing in everything that you're breathing out the whole time. Like, I've seen people working out with the mask on. I'm just like, you're kind of damaging your body, aren't you?
None of us are doctors to the viewers, but Rome is the closest one.
Hey, speaking of Rome's point, hey, it take a lot of testicular fortitude, man, to fucking work out in the mask. That's pretty fucking hard, man.
Testicular fortitude, I love it. Hey, speaking of testicular fortitude, Jay-Z and Drizzy Drake.
Here we go.
So to form a premise of base for you guys, I've seen all these battles, and unfortunately right now I don't have an Instagram. We will put the handles of each of these 3 gentlemen that do have these Instagrams beside me, but I don't have any Instagram. But I've seen these IG battles on YouTube. I'm a big fan of YouTube, so I've seen these IG battles. I've seen the first one I seen was Justin Austin? Justin Austin, I say right? Gato?
I think so, yeah. Austin.
Justin Austin versus Neo. That was dope.
Jonte?
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry, Jonte. Jonte Austin versus Neo. And I think the beauty in that is that no one knew who he was. A lot of us, not saying no one, a lot of us didn't know who he was. He was a guy behind the scenes, super talented. I heard he could sing, great writer. And it brings guys like him that was immense amount of talent to the forefront. And I think that's just super amazing. He was battling Neo, and he was just showing us like, wow, he wrote for Aaliyah, Tyrese, and he just put some really big beats out, big hits out. And then you had Manny Fresh versus Scott Storch, which is one of my favorite. We should get in debate on that, on collaborative production and things of that nature. But we'll leave that to another time. But they got a big one coming up. It's Teddy Riley versus Man, I have to track that down, but
I got Teddy all day.
Yeah, I forgot who was he going against, man.
I'm
I don't know
going
why
with
the
Teddy.
name just escapes me right now. I gotta get on. Somebody, Ralphie, real quick.
Babyface.
Babyface versus Teddy Riley.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
Teddy Riley's protege might be the greatest all time, though.
Yeah, I mean that's a tough one right there.
Teddy Riley's protege.
Let's touch on the hot.
You think so?
Hypothesize, just a dream matchup between my man Drizzy Drake versus Jigga Man Jay-Z. Who would win? Raphiki, go first.
Put that damn diamond. All right. So, speaking from the view of how all these usually are done. Obviously, they're done on social media with like tens of thousands of people watching, and the whole premise of it is Jay-Z plays a song, Drake plays a song, and it just goes back and forth like that, playing what they think is one of their hits, basically, to try and, top the other person. If we're going hit for 20 straight songs,
right,
Drake's going to win about 70% of those.
Right.
There's only a few Jay-Z songs I can honestly say that are like legit untouchable. That like, okay, Drake probably can't see that. But that's like maybe like 4 or 5 songs probably at most.
Okay. Name a few Jay-Z songs that you feel are untouchable.
I would probably say Niggas in Paris would definitely be one. That's definitely a hit.
That's a collaborative song.
But it's still him though. That's the thing. Like when they're doing it, it's not just only them. Like
I want just only them though.
Oh, now that changes it. Because they haven't been doing it that way though. Because everything that they've been doing, T-Pain will do songs that either he wrote or songs that he was featured on or one of his songs.
I just want them two lined up.
Oh, then this. Oh shit! Well, I didn't even think about it like that.
It's the hard knock life for
classic.
us. I mean, classic.
Yeah,
classic.
But so is Best I Ever Had though either too. I mean, think about that. That was a hit.
Yeah.
You see, but the thing is, it's like the demographic.
Yeah.
Kids of today's ain't gonna be rocking with Jay-Z like that.
You don't think so? I think Jay-Z still got a lot of weight.
That's not not, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Not as much as Drake though. If you put him up against Drake, it's not a fair competition.
Drake is the TikTok guy, the Graham guy.
Yeah.
He's made for like social media, his songs,
and fun music.
Jay-Z's not made for that.
He's a lot of fun music too. So
yeah. You gotta think of Jay-Z's last content. I'm gonna go ahead, Rome. My bad, bro. I mean, cut you off.
No, you're good. I was just saying there's a lot of fun music that comes from Drake too.
Yeah.
And I mean, if this was like a few years back, I would say Jay-Z. But half of the majority of the people on Instagram anyway, all these young people.
Yeah.
So
hey, they be having some old ass grandmas on Instagram too, though.
I don't know, they be
they be having some old ladies on there.
Thirst trapping.
Hey, yo, this is a Warstar Hip Hop. Shout out to Warstar Hip Hop as a video. What do y'all send it to me? It's like a grandma doing a little shaky shake, some white chick. Did you see this
Can somebody share the screen? Can somebody share the screen, please? I gotta see this.
That's what we need to do. We gotta find out how to fucking put this fucking video out there like that. You know
hey, Ralph, you could do it, right? You the host, right?
What video was it?
It was some grandma. She's talking about, oh, I need somebody to come and fuck me. I was like,
was that in the group? Was that in the group message?
I think so, yeah. And she was like, preferably, I prefer a guy over 35. But since we're in quarantine, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Right? It's wicked.
Was that YouTube or was that sent from?
I think it was YouTube.
Even old bitches got options, man. Goodness gracious.
They got options.
Prefer 35.
Was she wearing purple?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put it in my email and put it on the screen.
Yeah, she got options for sure. She got options. Yeah, she was out there. She had the little spandex on. She had little Spanx on. She was getting it in.
Man, it's crazy. But who would you go for at this battle?
Drizzy Drake all day.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't even have asked.
Yeah, and twice on Sundays too. It's not even close.
honestly, go ahead, Rio.
No, go ahead.
You got you got to finish because Drake's your boy. So I'm gonna let you finish that, man.
Drake's my guy. It's not even close. I fuck with Jigga Man, but Drake's my guy. Go ahead.
And I ain't trying to go a long ass spill here, but my thing is this, man. The eras is different. First off, so Drake's in the era, man, where if you drop a single, man, you got access to the entire world once you drop it. You got Spotify, you got Pandora. When Jay dropped his hits, man, when he first came out in his earlier part of his career, it took time for the rest of the world to really oh, what the fuck is this?
Oh no!
Oh, I was like, God damn, you fucked me up. Got the
you about to see?
Hey, y'all all know y'all do it too.
You gonna learn today.
You know what? I don't know if the audio's gonna play through though.
Go ahead, play that thing, man. Fuck what I'm saying. Play that thing.
Fucking go for it.
Purple Rain, baby.
Purple Rain.
Can y'all hear him talking?
Nah.
Hold up.
You have to turn the volume.
Oh, you got the Spanx on.
Baby, can't watch this. Hey, what the backside do though?
Yeah, who knows?
That's a determining factor.
Oh yeah. No.
What her Social Security do though? Hey, what's that insurance for like old folk? Damn.
I know what you're talking about too.
Damn.
I used to clown my dad about that shit, man. He get mad about it. What's that shit called?
What, the AARP?
Yeah, that's
it. AARP, yo. Oh, you get it. That's just ridiculous right there. Man, last but not least, man, we gotta talk about the last thing for the night. Caly Larson, if I'm getting his name right, man, NASCAR cat. I wish you could play the video. I don't know if you guys seen the video. NASCAR dude. So I explained the whole little thing to you. They playing this virtual NASCAR game, racing and whatnot. The whole world is on hiatus, and he's a NASCAR driver. You know what I mean? Professional. All these sponsors and whatnot, and he's driving the game, and all of a sudden he's like, "Are you there? Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, nigger?" And if you see the dude if you see the guy
Hold on, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up.
The screen to the far left. He's like, "Okay, go ahead and play it out. You gonna play it? Yeah, you wanna play that shit. You're not gonna be able to hear it, huh?
No,
will our audience be able to hear it?
Nah.
By his facial expression, somebody said some shit.
Yeah, so
look at him.
he goes, "Are you here? Are you here?" And then he says, "Nigger," and he issues an apology, and it's all fine and dandy. So I don't speak for the Black Caucus. I don't speak for all the Black constituents of America. I'm just this yellow ass black dude talking. So I was in the Marine Corps. And my unit was an infantry unit. We had this one dude, and I won't say his name, but this dude right here grew up in a black family, was adopted by them. Not making him black, but if you spoke to him on the phone, and all black people, more majority black folk would know what I'm talking about. Like, yo, this Negro is black. We can. It's a weird little feeling we get from each other that like, okay, not that he urbanized or something like that. You talking black or you suburban or something like that. But every black person, most black people know that like this person is black. They can feel the soul. You know what I mean? They can feel that spunk, that funk. That George Clinton, if you will. Mm-hmm. And if you spoke to him on the phone, you'd be like, this nigga black. It's a white boy, straight white boy. So when this Caly Larson NASCAR dude said it, he said it like he said it about 7,947 times beforehand. He didn't said it before. So I'm like, he low-key, not even low-key. This dude is racist. And the sponsors
High key.
High key, right? The sponsors, a lot of it's the sponsors. I mean, they all it's just trickle effect, right? They just went away from there. I think they always fucking do, right? And they'll eventually come back. How they do it?
Yeah.
But he made an apology. How do y'all feel about white people saying nigger versus nigga? Go ahead.
It's two different words, honestly. That's the.
Go ahead, Rome. That's what you said.
I think it's the same thing. I don't say it. I never said it. I think it's stupid for anybody to say it because it comes from a place of hate. And it's like, why would you try to pretty much revamp the word into meaning something positive? But then at the same time, it's like, are you giving people power by getting upset at this word all the time? It's like, I don't know. I just don't say it.
You don't like no one saying it?
No, it gets on my nerves. Even when I hear black people say it all the time, I'm just like, yo, just shut the hell up.
Raphiki, what are your thoughts?
For one, it is definitely two different words, obviously. You know, the and the definitely come from two different places, obviously.
Is very aggressive, right?
So, any person that says it with the ER, you know, is definitely saying it with the intent of hurting whoever's hearing it. 100%. That's just facts. I mean, if a white person says it and they say nigga, then okay, you know, they need to be slapped upside the head because they think they black. But at the same token, you could tell when they say it, they're not saying it. Well, in most cases, from a place of hate. They're just saying it because they think it's cool. Like most people who say it and say nigger, they're saying it with the intent of basically trying to insult, you know, black people.
Right.
And I've had friends in the past, who weren't black, who I gave them the pass to be able to say nigga, around me in conversation. But they knew. Pass?
Was it a ticket or a coupon? How was that shit?
It was a rechargeable debit card. But then they also did it with the understanding of like, look, that's just us when we're talking. Like when you're around other black people, you're on your own. You know what I mean? And that happened once, and I was like, hey, I told you, you deal with it now. And it never was an issue. So, I mean, obviously, it definitely comes from, where they're coming from when they're saying it.
Yeah, 100%. How you feel about it, Vernac?
Man, two words that I can think of, man, is, nigger and nigga is contradiction. And if you spell out nigger, what are the last two letters?
Oh, here we go. Go ahead.
So what are the last two letters?
ER.
And that's where your ass can end up if you use that word. You gotta understand in that situation, if you use that word, man, what can happen to you. So you have to realize that. But I say contradiction also because think about this, man. You got who buys most rap albums?
White people.
Yeah, as far as buying them, yeah. Actually paying money for them.
Well, exactly. They're the majority of the country, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's really hard to.
Everything is consumed by them.
Exactly. So imagine you at a show, right? And you know that majority of your demographic, your fans is white. You saying you're going over your lyrics, man. And you get to a certain part of your lyrics where you know that point, that word come out. You gonna tell them niggas don't say that?
Actually, I will say this because when I play at nightclubs where I play Freaky Friday by like when Chris Brown is like,
yeah, they call Lil Dicky, right?
Yeah, and he's like, can I say the N-word? I'll be like, I literally hop on the mic and be like, you better not. And like literally, and it's funny because the white people, obviously, most of the management, they'll look at me and start laughing because they already know. Obviously, only the black DJ gonna be the one that's gonna hop on and say that. But this is just okay. Go ahead.
As I finish my wine and get down to this last topic, I don't fucking mind it. I don't mind. Let me clarify this shit. I don't mind nigga. I don't mind nigga. Story fucking time. Story time. Fucking time. I was on the Spirit Airlines flight. Yes.
Mistake number
we
one.
thugging around. We barely make it in the air, baby. We
Soul
barely
plane,
land,
baby.
We
Soul plane.
We barely land.
$23 flight.
Yeah, we barely land.
$7 now.
Yeah. So it's like $8 right now, right?
They're probably paying you to fly now.
That's what go, right? So we bored and shit like that. Sit down, and these 3 kids right behind me, bro. 3 white kids. One of them says, yo, nigga, make sure you buckle up. Right? He says that, right? It's so weird, right? I'm like, I'm gonna let that go. You know what I'm saying? 3 white boys, just like they probably going.
And make sure you buckle up.
We heading to Texas, but I think they had in Aspen, Colorado, or some shit like that. Make sure you buckle up. And they were talking amongst each other. And I was like, I'm gonna let that go. An older black dude looked at me. He was like, I'm gonna let that go too. I was like, all right. About to land. He's like, nigga, get your shit. And I turn out, I get up. I'm like, bruh, who's saying this word? He was like, man, I'm so sorry. I'm saying, don't be sorry. Be careful. Be careful. You send that shit around.
That's real shit, though.
Real shit, bro.
I don't mind, bro. But it's some Negroes out there that will hurt you when you say that shit. White America, just so you know. So I don't mind white people saying nigga. Because there's some of them, there was some white folk that bled alongside Dr. King, abolitionists. Let's not get down to the railroad tracks. You know what I mean? In the slave tracks and stuff like that, going back to the 1600s and stuff like that. There's some white folk that bled, but at the end of the day, you don't know how it is to be black. You have no clue.
Yep.
You have no clue. I understand that you're white, but you have no clue how to be black. And one of the dangerous things there is in the world is to be black in America. And with that being said, don't leave the ER.
That's it. I had one thing though, man. I had one thing that's interesting though, man. What do y'all feel about, because we talk about when white people use the N-word. What about when other nationalities use it though? Like when you got Latinos that use it, or Mexican use it, or you got somebody, Indian that use it. What about that? How do you feel about that?
I don't mind at all, to be honest. I don't mind. I don't care. If a Mexican use nigga, I'll leave this how I look at it. So he's not black. I get it. But is he oppressed the same way? Let's ask a question. Are Mexicans more oppressed in America than black people?
I don't think so.
Ooh,
whoa! What are you talking about? Wrong.
Depends on where you at.
The reason why I say that is because black people are oppressed by everybody.
No.
Yes. That is true.
Not in America.
Yes.
Yeah. Even in Latin America too, man. They do their best to.
It's the difference between being oppressed.
Yeah.
The rich white man can oppress us, but it's different between being racist. Oppression means taking away opportunity, right? Being suppressing you and taking away your opportunity. I don't see how others can take away opportunity if 95% of America is white. If 95% of CEOs in the Fortune 500 are white.
Okay.
There is no way. Go ahead.
I was just speaking black people in general. Because even you have a lot of black Mexicans in Mexico that haven't even been acknowledged. So what are you talking about? I mean, when you say that, you can't really say that. Black people,
say it one more time. You have
black
Mexicans.
What do you mean you have a lot of black Mexicans?
He's very Rome's not lying. The first, they talk about Obama being the first black president. Mexico actually had the first black president in the 1800s, Guerrero. I forgot what's his name. Vicente Guerrero. So there's a lot of Afro influence in Mexico and throughout Brazil. Brazil is number 2 in the world for African.
I'm gonna give you Brazil. I've never seen a black Mexican in my life. I never looked at a Mexican and be like, yo, that nigga look like Wesley Snipes. You can't tell me that shit.
They're there though.
They're not there. I've been.
Yes, they are.
In Mexico, they are. They're
y'all
there.
Niggas ain't.
You're trying to tell me you've been through the whole of Mexico?
I've been to like 5 states in Mexico. I've never seen one black man. I've seen dark-skinned black Mexicans. I've never seen a Mexican that said, you know what? That looked like Denzel. No way, buddy.
That sounds so stupid right now.
I've never seen it. I've never seen a Mexican. I'm like, yo,
So what would make a Mexican black?
Someone that looks, so you know who Anderson Silva is?
Yeah.
He's a UFC fighter, world champion. I mean, one of the best fighters of all time. He looks like he's of African descent. I never looked. This is what I think. This is how I'm comparing it. You look at it, a Mexican, and you can just put him in Ghana, and it doesn't skip a beat. There's Brazilians you can put in Uganda. There is Belizeans you can put in Nigeria. There is, let's see here, Panamanians. The list goes on and on. Mm-hmm. There is not one Mexican you can say, hey, go to Kenya, and you will skip a beat.
I'll give you that.
Come on now. Fuck out of here with that. Fuck out of here with that one.
Are you sure, though? Because
no,
I did.
It sounds.
I did read an article about black Afro Mexicans not getting the attention from the government in Mexico.
Yep.
For years they've been hidden, and they didn't want to talk about.
And they don't want to. And they don't want to include them on the census.
They don't want to include them at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with natives in America. If you have black blood, they don't want to give you any money as far as the reservations. They immediately delete you.
Yeah, 100%.
You can even look it up right now. Talking about black Mexicans finally get the respect.
Yeah, I
finally get respect and recognition from Mexico.
Hey, can we all agree that there's fake news?
Correct.
There is, but
correct.
There's fake news.
Hold on. Okay, now tell me, is there a black and white of everything out there?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
What do you mean?
Of every background.
When you say black and white, what do you mean by that, though?
You refer to race or ethnicity? Like, what are you referring to?
Ethnicity.
I mean, because technically can be white Africans. So, I mean,
there are white Africans.
I know. I said technically there are white Africans. That's what I'm saying.
But they didn't start off in Africa, though. And we'll get along to that.
They started ethnically in Europe.
Everybody started off in Africa.
No, I'm talking about when they came from Europe.
Hold on. That's up for debate.
Pangea.
No, because they're saying that there's chance that there were black natives in America, that black people that were here. So that's up for debate as well.
Pangea.
So, I mean, and you know what's crazy? Go ahead, Ron.
You know what Pangea is, right?
Yes, sir. The whole world's
talking about the little
before dinosaurs.
This is what I want you guys to do in the comment section. The viewers, give us some topics every week what you guys want us to talk about, and that's how we're going to rock and roll. We're going to throw our little list in, but whatever you guys want us to talk about, we will rock and roll with, and we'll bring it up on the show. From the Gatos to you guys, to us, to me, to Rome, to Vernac, to DJ Raphiki. Toast up. You guys should be done with your drink too. Number 1 in the books, baby.
Yes, sir.
Love y'all, man. Y'all be great.
Yes, sir.
1-1.
Go.
1-1.